Are you terrified of throwing a match on purpose? Here's what happens when you do. Now that you've seen it, you probably know what we're doing. But if you don't for some reason, we're testing the most painful ways to lose a Fortnite game. From jumping off mountains to getting hit by a train. This is Fortnite pain on purpose. All right, first up, what better way to lose painfully than by throwing your character off the tallest mountain in Fortnite? This spot right here, yeah, this is peak in-game pain. No builds, no glider, no mercy. Some players call it a bold move. Others might say it's just dumb. Me? I had to see how far we could push Fortnite physics. And there it is, 100% fall damage and 0 regrets. Honestly, 10 out of 10 on the pain scale. My character's legs are definitely not okay, but that was just the warm-up. Next up, what happens when I try to lose by train? Next up, losing to something way more violent than gravity. Yep, I'm talking about the train. Now, Fortnite doesn't exactly warn you about this thing. It just shows up, fast, loud, and unforgiving. So I thought, what if I just stood there? No builds, no jumping, no moving, just me and 1,000 tons of steel. Spoiler alert, it didn't go well. The moment it hit, I went flying. Instant elimination. And somehow, I think it was funnier than the mountain. Pain scale, 11 out of 10. My character probably has trust issues, but hey, we're just getting started. The next way to lose? Let's just say it involves fire. Lots of it. All right, next on the pain list, we're bringing the fire to the sky. Yeah, in Fortnite, I managed to explode in midair, and I'm still not sure how I pulled it off. It started with some fire damage, maybe a gas can, maybe a flare gun, and before I even touched the ground, boom, I exploded like a flying piñata full of regret. It was slow, it was dramatic, and somehow, still hilarious. Pain scale? I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. It took forever, and I had no idea when I was gonna blow. Totally worth it. All right, the next one, let's just say, this one's a surprise. And now, the surprise. After all the chaos, fire, and flying trains, how did I lose this time? I fell off a building. Just a regular Fortnite building. No fights, no pressure. Just a tiny step in the wrong direction. And boom, elimination. There was no glory, no explosion. Just my character slowly tipping over the edge like a sad, pixelated accident. Honestly, it didn't even hurt. Pain scale? 1 out of 10. It was more emotionally damaging than anything else. After everything I've been through, this is how it ends? Falling off a roof like a distracted bot? Unbelievable. But hey, pain is pain, and Fortnite always finds new ways to deliver it. Okay, I saved one of the most classic Fortnite fails for now. After grinding materials for what felt like forever, I finally had enough to build a sky base. So I did. I built it, cranked it all the way up to the heaven. The ultimate view, the ultimate risk. And then someone looked up. One shot. That's all it took. And just like that, my beautiful sky base turned into a one-way express elevator, straight to the lobby. I didn't even scream. I just accepted. Falling in silence, knowing I brought this on myself. Pain scale? 10 out of 10. Not because it hurt, but because I believed in that sky base. But don't get comfortable. We've still got more painful ways to lose coming up. This fall? Oh yeah, this one's personal. So there I am, standing at the top of the hill with the zipline in sight. Everything's going according to plan. I've got full health, decent loot, the zone's closing in, and I think, let me just zipline across real quick. Easy rotation. I line it up, I sprint, I jump, and then I miss. Not by a lot, not by a mile. Just enough to make it extra embarrassing. I fly right past the zipline handle like I'm auditioning for a bad Fortnite parkour montage. And then it hits me. Not the zipline. No, of course not. The ground. I'm free falling, watching all my hopes and dreams crash along with my shield bar. I don't even scream. I just accept it. I hit the ground with the kind of energy that says, yeah, I deserve that. Eliminated. Pain scale? I'm giving this a strong 8 out of 10. Not because it's the worst fall, but because I actually believed in myself. Okay, this next one wasn't even fair. Picture this. I just landed at the gas station. No loot, nothing. And I'm still eating. One hand's on my keyboard, the other is deep in a bag of chips. Like, I haven't even wiped the crumbs off my fingers yet. I walk in, seeing instantly chaos. 2 players are already fighting. Inside, at close range, I peek the corner with my bare pickaxe, chewing like I'm at a drive-thru. And they both stop for a split second. Like, who is this guy? Then boom, they both start shooting at me. I panic, I swing the pickaxe wildly, jump behind a wall, somehow pick up a gray pistol from the floor. One of them pushes me, and I actually get the elim. I don't know how, my aim's shaky, my hand's greasy, and I've still got a mouthful of food. But then the second guy comes in, full health, full loadout. I try to switch weapons, but my fingers slip off the keys. Next thing I know, I'm back in the lobby with chip crumbs on my desk and regret in my soul. Pain scale? I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. Why? Because I was so close. I didn't have shields. I didn't have loot. I was literally eating, and I still dropped one of them. But Fortnite doesn't care if you're hungry. It just wants you eliminated. Okay, this one was just painful. I'm live on stream. No cam, no mic, just raw gameplay. I drop in, start looting. Everything's smooth. Then I spot someone. I push. He's one tap away. I line up the shot, and my mouse disconnects out of nowhere. My POV freezes mid-fight, like time stop. Then, 2 seconds later, boom, it reconnects. But my DPI is maxed out. I barely touch my mouse, and my screen starts spinning like I'm trying to trick shot with zero control. No aim, no movement, just a full 360 panic spin. And remember, this is live. So chat's watching, confused like, is he trolling? What's he doing? Meanwhile, I'm just trying to aim with the wrong DPI. Nah, I had to move my mouse. Slowly, I almost had him. But before I even reset my DPI, I'm eliminated. Easy kill for them. Total embarrassment. Back to lobby. No commentary. No explanation. Just gameplay. And a hard L. Pain scale? 9 out of 10. Because it wasn't just a loss. It was a technical betrayal. And the worst part? I couldn't even explain myself. Okay, this one was 100% my fault. I actually went outside. Like, yes, I touched grass. I thought I had time before the battle bus launched. So I stepped out for just a minute. Get some sunlight, breathe real air, you know? And while I'm out there enjoying life, I completely forget. I was still in the match. No AFK warning, no pause button. This is Fortnite. So what happened? My character jumps from the bus, floats down with auto glide, and lands. No loot, no builds, just vibes. And then someone sees me standing there. Free elimination. I come back inside, sit down, look at my screen, boom, eliminated. I didn't even hear a shot. Didn't even see the island. Just walked back in like, oh, cool. Guess I'm out. Pain scale, honestly, 5 out of 10. Because yeah, I lost. But hey, at least I touched grass. This is it, the final fail. And I wish I could tell you this one was some epic battle or a heroic last stand, but no. I fell off a bridge in Fortnite and I died. Let me explain. I just dropped in, a clean landing, nice loadout, some shields. I was feeling solid. I was rotating over to this town, I forgot the name, but it had a bridge right next to it, and I spotted it from the hill. Looked tall, looked cinematic. So I built up and landed right on top. I'm talking way up, like above the bridge rails, standing on the absolute top beam, like it's a tightrope. And for a second, I felt unstoppable. The circle was perfect. No one was around. I stood there like I owned the map. Then, one little movement. I go to crouch, maybe line up a snipe, and instead, I sprint forward, office the bridge. No hesitation, no time to react. I just walk straight off the top, like I'm stepping into the void. And it was long. Like, I had time to regret every life choice before I hit the ground. The fall felt like it lasted forever. And when I hit the bottom, boom, full damage. Instant elimination. No gunfight, no struggle, no honor, just gravity doing its job. I just sat there at the eliminated screen, processing, not even mad, just disappointed in myself. I recreated it here, because when it first happened, I wasn't recording, but I needed you to see how ridiculous it was. Pain scale? 10 out of 10. The worst part? It wasn't a sweat that ended my run. It wasn't some clutch third-party moment. It was me. The game didn't glitch. Nobody sabotaged. I just walked straight into my own elimination. Yeah, final fail of the video, and honestly, probably the most deserved. Don't climb Fortnite bridges. Or if you do, maybe don't sprint at the edge. That's all I'm saying. And that was the last painful way to lose a Fortnite game. I got hit by a train, fell off cliffs, missed zipline, and even left mid-match to go touch grass. Why? All for you guys. If you made it this far, you're part of the chaos now. So hit that subscribe button. Because next time, I might actually try to win. Maybe. I'll see you in the next one.